put in and all, but they were trying to get my heart built up more than the 10% that it works. So I told my wife, I said, if you'll take me to the beach, this is on Thursday, before my surgery, I'd love to be able to catch a fish, just in case something goes wrong at the hospital. So anyway, she took me down on the beach. I made a cast. And after this little video, I'm going to show you what she videoed of me catching down there. But anyway, the pompano bite was off on this nice clean water. This is the rig of choice. White on the bottom, a little yellow float on top. The reason being I'm using that little white bead, every periwinkle that's on the beach, or donut, I don't know what you call them, I call them periwinkles. But anyway, it's white, all the shells that's coming up. So I figured that's an attention getter, these little white beads. I've got those available with the football floats at the shop. And all you guys know about the shop. But anyway, I've got to be lay low for the next 4 to 6 weeks. And so I won't be out a lot, maybe drive the beach, but find clean water. These fish have stayed from Fernandina Beach all the way to West Palm Beach, but they didn't have to leave. The water's not been lower than 60 degrees here in Jacksonville. And that's what holds the fish, is the water. It might get cold in the surface. The air, you have to bundle up, but if the water don't get cold, they don't know they have to go south. So that's what's kept them so close this year. But they are scattered. Catch one here, two. One of the guys yesterday said he had caught a double header, small pompano, but there's a lot of 2-pound pompano where I fish. And I'm going to be out there posting this stuff for you, telling you where these fish are. But all these years, I always followed the migration. And they're going to migrate south, but the water's what makes them migrate. The colder it gets up north, the further south they're going to go. Most of the time I'm having fish New Smyrna, Fort Pierce, and all this time of year. But the water didn't get cold enough to drive them south. If you notice, the geese didn't fly back north this year because the temp stayed so good, so they become resident fish. And that's what the pompano that you catch here now are resident fish. To follow the migration, you got to start in Fernandina and wind up all the way down south, keeping up with them. And that's what I've always been good at, because I'll take my cart and I'll walk on the beach a mile, 2 miles. Everybody that saw me through the years said, well, you were 1.5 miles up the beach. Well, that's why I'm following them. You can't make them be where you drive up on the beach or get your bucket out and sit down. You got to look for them. You hunt before you catch. So this is a few of the tips that I can give you. Right now, the little yellow bead, you use clam, sand fleas, or crab. I did catch a crab yesterday in the surf, so that tells me that's what these bigger pompano are feeding on, is the baby crabs. A lot of people don't know it, but this time of year, the crabs move out into the ocean, I guess to spawn or whatever it is they're going to do. And so the fish are out there feeding on them. So always take a couple of baits, an alternative bait. They stayed in Jacksonville at Hanna Park and Fort George Inlet, Nassau Sound, all winter long, because they're eating the shrimp that's coming out of the river. And there's still plenty of shrimp in the river. But anyway, that's my tip for the day. Hope to be out there with you before long. And if nothing else, just watching you fish. But thanks for all the good things you've said about me through the years. And I'll be back out there very soon, just as soon as they let me go from this thing. But the operation went really good. And the doctor says, I don't know what you do, but whatever it is, keep doing it. And if I can get my heart built up, I'll be out there with you every day, hopefully. But anyway, thanks a lot, folks. do my surgeries. And so I told Murphy, I said, if you'll go with me, we'll try to see what we can catch out here. Sure enough, first cast at this particular run out, probably a 2-pound pompano. And anyway, about 6:30 in the morning, I have to go and get my pacemaker heart valve put in, or whatever they're going to do to me. But anyway, I want to talk to you about these yellow beads. Yellow and white. See all these white donuts on the beach? But yellow and white. So while I'm in recovery, I'm going to be out there making these pompano rigs, catching pompano. I use a 8-inch dropper, light line, and that's the secret to catching these pompano in clear water. If you looked out here, you see it is clear. But anyway, nice little pompano to start off with. And I wish everybody's wishing me good luck tomorrow and say they're praying for me. And I really appreciate that. I know the prayers and the cards and all the things that people have done for me. I'm more than thankful to have had that.